Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to another Life Talk with Love Compassionately and
Yulette's Corner.
We're so glad to join you again on another wonderful weekend. We have a very interesting topic for all ages, okay? Make sure you tune in. And after you watch the video, don't forget to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel.
So today's topic is going to be about overcoming fears. And this affects children and adults. One of the things that I have been fearful of all my life are lizards. I don't like them. I don't like lizards because they get into places that you'd never imagine. I think my fear became even more powerful, that it would cripple me after when I think I was in high school one day walking on campus and a lizard actually ran up my leg. I thought I was going to die. I went to a Catholic girls' school and you were supposed to be prim and proper at all times, but I was screaming and carrying on like a real maniac that day.
Did your fear of lizards stop you from doing anything? Like, did it interfere with how you would normally go about your day?
It sure did. Let me just give you a little example. Lizards get into the house. They go behind furniture. They go behind pictures that are hanging on the wall. As a matter of fact, I've opened a chest of drawer one day and there was a lizard in the drawer. I pulled the top drawer out to start putting my stuff in, and I just saw something wiggling across in the drawer, and it was a lizard. I almost lost my mind in this girl's house. I am terrified of lizards. I don't even want to visit my sister who lives in Florida right now because they have so much lizards around. I won't go places where I know there are a lot of lizards. How about you, Ashlee?
Well, Mom, you know this about me. A lot of you may not know this. Some of you who know me, you do know. I am very afraid of elevators. Yes, and that does stop me from doing a lot of things. Well, okay, I won't say it stops me from doing a lot of things. It will just take me longer, because if I have to choose between the stairs or the elevator at a location, I will take the stairs.
Yes,
even in my dream, okay? I will look for the stairs.
Yes, she will.
As a child, I have been stuck in an elevator. And then when I started working in schools, I did get stuck in an elevator with one of the students before. And it's a very frightening experience because none of the elevators I've been stuck in have had windows.
Elevators don't have windows.
No, some do. You know the windows where at the mall, like the elevators
glass
at the mall where you could see everything?
Okay, the glass elevators.
Yes. So they're old elevators too. Both elevators that I've been stuck in were old. And you don't know when you're getting out. So the thought of me being in an elevator for a long time, stuck in there, not being able to get out, I've never felt like I was going to die. I just am so filled with panic that there are no thoughts besides, get me out of here now. I would say that if I've had to go on an interview and I've seen that there's an elevator that you have to get to a certain floor, I will quickly go and find the stairs. I'm not even thinking about the length of time I need to get up to the office location or the particular, floor that it is. I'm just worried about, okay, one, why did I pick a job interview that required me to go on an elevator? That's my first thought. And then my second thought is, okay, we're going to find the stairs because that's just what it has to be.
Yes.
So I'm not even thinking about the process. As a matter of fact, that probably helped me during interviews because I stopped being worried about the outcome and I was more worried about, okay, I need stairs to get up there and I need stairs to leave.
Yeah, I do know that's very crippling for her. And that's pretty interesting because one of my other fears is a fear of flying. And for me, that was critical and detrimental to my career. As a part of my job, I had to travel quite a bit. And I could not let my manager know, or even my coworkers, how fearful I was of actually getting on a plane to fly somewhere, especially when those locations had me changing from one flight to the other, or the airport that of my destination was this tiny airport and they just had these, I think they call them a puddle hopper or something like that. You know, those planes where you could actually see or hear the engine. Probably fits just about 15 people. Terrified I was of flying in those planes.
Why, Mom?
I think I became afraid of flying because there was a time when every 5 seconds you were hearing about a plane crash, and that's all that was in my head every time I got into a plane. Sometimes you think, how is this thing really staying in the air?
Another fear of mine. I don't really even know if you guys will understand this because I'm not great at describing objects, but I am, and do not laugh when you're watching this, I am afraid of doors that have the push knob to, I told you don't laugh.
I'm sorry.
That have the push knob to close instead of the turn. And if I can find a picture to insert, I'm gonna have to do that. I am afraid of those push knob ones because I know everybody says to open it again, you just have to turn it and it will, pop. But they don't always pop. And so I am really afraid of those. Like if I go into a bathroom, and this is the truth, do not laugh, and it has the push knob, I will. Now it depends on where I am. If it's a family member's house and they have the push knob, I'll leave it slightly cracked and say, oh, if somebody's trying to come to the bathroom. But
this is a good one.
But this is a true fear. But if it is a public bathroom, which a lot of public bathrooms have stalls that just, they do the latch.
Click the latch, yeah.
But if it has the push knob, which I have been in an office building where it had the push knob, I will, and I'm trying to demonstrate without falling out of the chair, I will hold the door with this hand so I don't have to push knob it.
Do your business.
Stand and try to use the bathroom, which we're not doing number 2 outside, people. This is just urinating. Do the lady squat over the toilet, grab the toilet paper with this hand, and do whatever I gotta do. Flush the toilet, okay? Then when I'm ready to wash my hand, I don't care if somebody accidentally opens the door, my hand is washing. But I hate the push knob.
Wow.
Yes, I'm afraid of being stuck in the bathroom, especially when you're in a bathroom that doesn't have reception. So even if you were stuck, who are you gonna call when your phone is not working? So you see, I clearly have a fear of being stuck and not being able to get out of somewhere.
Exactly.
And so that's why the push knobs, if you are designing a bathroom, if you are designing a bedroom, if you are designing a room,
or doorknobs,
get rid of those push knob things. Okay? If you can relate, because some people are going to laugh like my mom was about to laugh. If you can relate, you need to leave a comment in the section below. Because it's real out here for us. Would you say that you've overcome your fears?
I have definitely overcome my fear of flying.
So if you saw a lizard right here at this house right now?
If I saw a lizard in this house right now, I'd be wondering, how in the world did a lizard get into this house in the location where we are? Because we don't have the temperature that's conducive for lizards, as far as I know. People have them as pets.
Today it feels a little bit like that temperature outside.
Well, that's what. But now, I'd probably just get a broom and try to get it out of the house. What I've done regarding my fear of flying is, and it works for me, if I have to fly, I will not sleep the day before. I won't, or the night before. I will stay up, because by the time I board that plane and I get comfortable in my seat, I'm out like a light. And that's something that I've done. Now, I would love to travel to a destination that's more than 5 hours away from me. I haven't done that yet. My longest flight has been 4 hours. And so I think I'll deal with that when we get to it. But I think the not sleeping before, being nice and tired, works for me.
So you've learned how to manage it more so than overcome it completely. Like it's still there, but you manage it well.
That's correct. Lizards, I've learned to deal with them. I don't run and scream and carry on like a buffoon. They stay in their corner and I stay in mine.
I think how I've come to manage my fear of elevators is, one, I choose to go to places with 1 floor or 2 floors. So there won't be an elevator. But in the times where, okay, it's unavoidable, it's something important, I just get on that elevator. And I've been with you guys, meaning my family, where we just get on the elevator and I turn away from the door and look in the corner. Or I find a corner of the elevator where there's a little bar to hold on. And I look down and the elevator does this stupid thing where when you reach the floor, it stops for a little while before the door opens.
And it jerks sometimes.
We don't gotta go there. This is about management. Now you're taking it back to the fear part. Okay? So, while it's settling itself, which it should do, it's not stupid, it needs to settle, I continue to look down. I say my little prayer that the door will open now. And at the end of my little prayer, the door, bless God, it opens. I just get it done. And sometimes in life, you will feel the fear and you're just gonna have to get the job done. So Mom talked about managing her fear, and I basically told you guys sometimes you just gotta go through the fear, because the point is there's a destination that's important to you that's beyond it. So with her and the flying, there's a destination she's going to that is worth the flight. For me, there's a place I'm going to that's worth going on the elevator.
One of the fears that I wanted to address in this video is the fears that children have when they're going off to school for the first time. But I've seen kids grabbing onto their parents' legs or skirt, or grabbing onto mom's arm, or crying hysterically because it's the fear of the unknown. They've never been to this place. They don't know who these people are. But I want to encourage my little friends that are going off to school for the first time this year. Don't be afraid. You're going to meet new friends. You're going to be doing new things. You're going to meet your teacher that's going to teach you wonderful things. And guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to go back home. Mommy or daddy, or maybe a grandparent or an older sibling, somebody that you do know is going to come back to get you, and you're going to go back home. You're going to find yourself loving school. I do remember my own son who told me in, I think it might have been pre-K or kindergarten, when it was time for kindergarten, he told me, Mom, you don't have to come any further. I could go take it from here. And we said goodbye, and he loved it.
You know what that is, Mom?
What was that?
I feel like that happened that way because of trust. And trust is big for overcoming fear.
Yes.
Because he trusted that you would be there at the end of the day. He probably saw me go, you drop me off in school.
That's
He
true.
had to trust that he would be okay. Like Mommy said, do not be afraid, because there are people who love you. They'll be there to pick you up. If you have a rough day, they'll be there to come and help you get through the rough day. And you will find a teacher or an aide at the school who will be kind, respectful, and loving, and they will help you navigate the day.
I'm glad we were able to have this talk today.
We really enjoy meeting with you guys every weekend.
Yes,
and we
we do.
love how you guys have been tuned into the channel. Have a very good week, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.